welcome back to another episode of As It Is, the podcast. I'm your host, Guppy, and if you haven't noticed, this is my podcast. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome back. It's another week, it's another day to slay, and slay is what we do each day. Yes, I came up with that, and I say hashtag bars after everything that I rhyme. Okay, so I just woke up. Ew, that was nasty. I literally just spit. That was nasty. I just woke up, like, literally about 5 minutes ago. It is currently about 12:30. I was up maybe, like, 2 hours ago. The reason why I fell back to sleep was because I only had about 3 hours of sleep last night, so I needed a little nap before I got to recording this podcast. We're not on script. We're never gonna be on script again because last week was treacherous. I don't know what that word means, but every podcast I'm gonna open the episode with a big word, and then I'm gonna look it up to see what it means and see if we got it right. So I said treacherous, right? How do you spell treacherous? Treacherous. I don't know if that's how you spell it or not. Treacherous. Relating to or characteristics of a traitor. Treacherous. When his traitorous actions were discovered, he was imprisoned. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but whatever. It's okay. Treacherous. I feel like that's not like the same. I feel like treacherous is like, this is what I think the word means. I think it like means a journey gone wrong, like treacherous, like you're going on a journey, and it's like a very crazy journey, but like it doesn't go right, you know, or it's a dangerous journey. That's what scripting was. It was a dangerous journey. I was testing it out. So that's what I think treacherous means, and I think I just changed the definition of treacherous because I didn't like the original definition of it. Anyways, I lost my place of recording. Okay, great. So I sat down last night. It was about literally 4 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. And I literally sat down and I came to my notebook, and I was like, okay, so if we're not gonna be on script, if we're not gonna be on book, I need to have a structure for the podcast. I need to have, like a structure for the podcast so that I can continue talking instead of constantly having clips inside the podcast, because that's what's been happening the past few episodes. So I kind of came up with the idea of, having an introduction for 5 minutes, and then I would talk about like a short summary of our main topic for about 5 minutes. All of which is like 5 minutes. And then after the like short summary of the main topic, I would talk about like how this week went for 5 minutes. And then I'll talk about like what is planned for next week. Also for 5 minutes. And then I'd sort of just go on from there, and that's like 20 minutes down already. This is still the introduction, and we're about at that 5 minute mark, and that's pretty good if I'm being honest. Also, if I'm being honest, I still haven't picked today's topic of interest for the main topic, and I think I know what I'm gonna pick because I've been really wanting to talk about this for some time now, and I think that might be a very big topic of interest for you guys also, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. But yeah, this all happened last night at 4 o'clock in the morning whenever I decided to get up and set some structure to my podcast and also write some podcast ideas. And I have a few. But first, for the people watching on YouTube, we're going to do a little fit reveal day outfit of the day moment. For the people that are listening to the audio, you can go to my Instagram and it's on my podcast outfits stories highlight. So check that out. This is my outfit. I was wearing my white Converse with this outfit. Now, something that you guys may not know, because obviously you're not here with me every single day. I wore this shirt and this outfit and this hat, and this shorts and this hat yesterday. I wore this outfit yesterday. But I only wore it for about like 3 hours, and I think this outfit is so cute, especially like right now that it's like, springtime. It's so cute. Chef's kiss. It's like this outfit deserves more presence in people's lives. So I just wore it again today. It's not like it's dirty. I didn't roll around in the dirt with it or anything. So I guess that's okay. Okay, so this is crazy. This is a new setup. Okay, so the one thing that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time is called the ick. Now, there's a lot of definitions for the ick, and I know some of you guys know what it means and some of you guys don't. My definition for the ick, like what I think the ick is like basically whenever you think of something or someone and you're just like, ugh, like, ew, like, no, like, excuse me, step back. Like, that's the ick. Or, oh my god, I made it 7 minutes without cussing. That's not a world record, actually. That's the worst I've done in these 4 episodes of the podcast. Yeah, so that's the ick. We're going to be talking a lot about that today because I feel like it's a big topic of interest in today's society. And my dog, okay, I thought she was going to get up right now. But, oh my god, did you guys hear that? That wasn't a burp. I don't know what that was. I tried to burp, but it didn't work out. Okay, so I just looked up the actual definition of the ick on Urban Dictionary, and basically what it means is I'm gonna try to find like a good example. Okay, so it's basically something someone does that's an instant turnoff for you. And basically that's literally what I said. Like, if you're non-accepting towards people like me, then you're ill. Like, you need to get away. And that's just period, right? Oh my goodness gracious Lord. Okay, we are about, how are we already 10 minutes into this podcast? That is insane. I'm just on a roll today. I really like this setup, if I'm being honest, because I can literally talk about whatever I want. And literally I can just go on without having, what is it called? Like a goal. A goal. Well, like, we know that the goal of the podcast is to get to the main topic, but the journey, the treacherous journey you have to go through to get to that main topic is interesting. And that's what people come here for, right? I hope so. Okay, so, oh man. So I talked about this in my last podcast. Oh, it's Monday, by the way. I filmed last podcast Thursday, so it was already at the end of the week, and now it's like 4 days later, and I'm filming another podcast. So I think I'm just gonna recap on like what happened this weekend. Oh my god, I have the burps again. What happened this weekend and all that stuff. basically, I've met some of the most amazing, amazing people this week at a Tate McRae concert. If you guys have not seen Tate McRae live, I suggest you do so because that concert was so crazy, so crazy. So let's just talk about that for a little bit. Um, so obviously I went. I bought the tickets. Oh my god, I stuttered. The tickets on a Saturday, and then the concert was on Monday. And the concert was already almost sold out. Like it was borderline sold out. And the only tickets left were balcony seating tickets that were like on the balcony and not on the floor. But basically, I got there early enough to stand in line for general admission to be allowed on the floor. So, long story short, I got onto the floor, and we were maybe about like 7 feet away from the stage. The perfect view, perfect place to be. It was actually so amazing. And then, so a little bit past, we were chilling, we were waiting. I forgot what this opener's name. I think his name is Gavin. He did so good, so good. He was the first opener out of two of them, and then the main act was Tate McRae. Um, so basically, he had completely finished his set, and he walked off stage, and then someone on the audience, in the audience, was like, "Is that JoJo Siwa?" And I'm like, "Well, JoJo Siwa is here," and I turned around, and there she was. JoJo Siwa was on the balcony, literally where I was gonna sit. She was there. So JoJo Siwa was on the balcony where I was gonna sit. Basically, that's what happened. So, me and my. Oh my god, that was loud. Oh, nope, I did it again. That was really loud. Oh, I'll just talk about that later. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. So yeah, JoJo Siwa was there, and it was absolutely insane. People were going crazy. They were telling her to sing. Um, and JoJo was making obviously a fool out of it because like why wouldn't she? She's funny. And it was just a fun time. We were communicating. Ezra was there with her, and if you don't know Ezra, it's her background dancer for her tour, and I think he was on Dancing with the Stars. I think so. Um, yeah, it was just so funny. They were dancing the whole time. I did a yawn. Gosh. It was so fun, and then we kind of like got over the fact that she was there, and we were waiting for Mimi Webb to get on stage, which was her second and final uh, opening act. Um, and basically, Addison Rae walked in right when Mimi Webb got on stage. Everyone wasn't going crazy actually at all. Um, People wanted to go crazy, but then I feel like they honestly didn't really care. Um, if I'm gonna be honest, and this is like a little tea, I don't really care. Like TikTok people, I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like to me, you're just people. Like I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's how I feel towards TikTok influencers. Because I feel like they didn't put any work into what they did. Like obviously like they put in work like after the fact that they blew up and stuff. And I totally give them the props for that work that they did. But for them to just look, pretty and skinny and just post a video and it go popular was just like I think that was luck. Anyways, let's continue before I get in trouble. um Mimi Webb got on stage, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but whenever we were in line outside, Mimi had a promotion thing for her new song, "House on Fire." Beautiful song. Check it out. Um, it it was it was annoying. I'm gonna be honest because I got there at like 3:30, and the song was on repeat until 7:15. So, you know, I knew that song before even going into the venue. And so basically Mimi Webb performed I need to burp again. That's crazy. I didn't need to burp before, but now that I record. Okay, yeah, I needed to yawn too. I'm so tired. This is insane. Anyways, what was I talking about? Mimi Webb. I met her. She was amazing. She's so gorgeous. I felt so bad because whenever she like came outside to like take pictures with her promo, nobody was talking to her. Nobody was like, "Hey, Mimi," like nothing. There was nothing. And then me and three of the friends that I met there, I was like, should we just call her over? Should we just call her over? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. So I was like, Mimi, and then of course I don't like to yell because obviously I don't like to yell. The girl next to me, she was like, Mimi, like really loud. I was like, I can never yell that loud. And then we got her attention. She came over here. She came over to us and we were just talking to her. She is the most amazing person in the world. She's so kind. She's just so awesome. Her accent, that's Mimi right there for the people that are watching on YouTube, is so beautiful. Like I was like, I want your accent because that was so gorgeous. That was so gorgeous. Anyways, yeah. So she did her set, and the best set in a long. It was the best opening act that I've ever seen. Honestly. Oh gosh. I'm gonna put like a ding every time I yawn because this is like crazy. I'm like exhausted. My dog is still asleep and it's literally 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's crazy, right? My dog, she sleeps a lot. And every time I said like my dog, she usually like wakes up, but she's not waking up. I can. She's obviously breathing. She's not dead, but like. Oh, so cute. Anyways, so after she did her set, we were all waiting for Tate to come on stage. And then literally, I tell you, like literally a minute before Tate went on stage, Olivia Rodrigo walked into the venue. And she sat in the balcony where I was supposed to sit. In the balcony where my ticket said the balcony, and I could have sat in the balcony. I could have sat in the balcony all I wanted, but you know, I was like, "Oh, you know, maybe I should just go onto the floor with my friends so I'm not alone." Cuz I didn't want to be a loner. Even though I showed up to the concert alone because I wanted to go alone to the concert. But then I met them and I didn't want to be alone anymore because they were so fun. Anyways. Yeah. Olivia Rodrigo. And I was fangirling. Me and my friend next to me, she was also fangirling. She's the biggest fan of her. It was insane. Tate, amen to her. Her set was beautiful. It was amazing. She did so good. I have never been to a concert with that kind of energy ever. I've never been to that concert with that kind of energy before. And it was so insane. I left the venue like with nostalgia of like just happiness, you know, like that was what I lived for, you know, that is what I lived for. And if you guys want to know how I got over my depressive state, it's going to concerts because concerts is the cure of depression. I tell you, you know, money doesn't buy happiness. Well, money does buy tickets to concerts, and concerts does make you happy. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Yeah, so on the topic of concerts, this week I am gonna go see Dua Lipa with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan the Stallion, and I'm so excited. Um, yeah, Dua Lipa, Megan the Stallion, and then the week after that, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna go to Portland in Oregon for my 21st and go see Clinton Kane. If you guys don't know me and Clinton Kane are like peanut butter and jelly. I don't like peanut butter and jelly, but like people like peanut butter and jelly. So like in someone else's perspective, me and Clinton Kane are like peanut butter and jelly. We go great together. I went to his opening night of his first tour in December. I think it was early December, late November of 2021. And then, literally, I'm not even kidding, 2 weeks after the concert, he announced that he was going on another tour. And then, this tour that we're going to, like, in 2 weeks, and me and my best friend got 2 VIP tickets for only $110. Only. And it comes with meet and greets. We get to take Polaroid picture. We get free merch. We get, like, sound check vibes, bruh. And, like, Clinton Kane, if you ever listen to these podcasts, I love you. You are my soulmate. Period. That's all I'm going to say. Because your music just hits whole lot different. And, yeah. So I'm really excited for those 2 concerts. And I honestly couldn't even be more happier that I'm getting to go back to Oregon. Even it's for like 3 days, but like I need to get out of California for a little bit because it's I personally California, especially where I am in the valley of California, trash. It is trash here. I'm grateful that I have a home, but I do not want to live here forever. I'm grateful that I have a family here. I'll come visit anytime. I do not want to live here. California, sure, I'll go live near San Diego, like in between San Diego and LA, but nowhere near the valley. I do not want to live near the valley anymore. I'm tired of it here. It's like insane. It's insane here. The allergies here, the way that you just feel sick sometimes because of all the dirt and the nastiness. Although I really do love the sunsets, but it's all because of the dirt in the air that makes the sunsets red and orange. And the dirt is not pretty whenever you have terrible allergies. Anyways. Yeah. I am just so grateful that I'm finally getting out of California. Also, I'm gonna go fly in a plane. And if you don't know, I love flying on planes because I get the best sleep on planes. The best sleep. Period. Because I feel like it's the white noise in the background that just makes it so soothing and so amazing to just fall asleep. And yeah, hopefully let's pray for a safe trip and an amazing 21st birthday, guys. 21st birthday. Can you guys believe that? I'm going to be 21. That's insane. Anyways, so okay, so today is the first day that I'm actually filming a vlog. I know, crazy, right? It's so fun to be filming a vlog again. I miss it. It's so fun. And I kind of stepped back away from vlogging for a little bit because I honestly don't know. I feel like it was just the excessive amount of editing that I did. And because, like, I don't like when vlogs are, like, 6-7 minutes. I love it when vlogs are nice and long and they, like, tell you a story about someone's day or, like, give you a reason to, like, wake up the next morning, you know? Like, there's always that end story of why you should continue living, you know? And that's what I love about vlogs, like, especially the kind of vlogs that I watch. And the editing amount in them is just insane. It's crazy sometimes. And I feel like that's why I kind of stepped away from vlogging, but I'm back. I'm back to vlogging. I barely started today, so I'm gonna film today. I'll probably film another one Wednesday, and then one of them will be up Saturday. And then I'm currently also gonna start filming my YouTube series of me turning 21, which consists of me going to Dua Lipa, me going to San Francisco for like the weekend. I'm also going obviously to like Portland to go see Clinton Kane, and then for my 21st, I'm going to Las Vegas. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a good, good series. I feel like it's gonna be very fun, very compact, uh, and very long. It's gonna be very long because obviously I like documentaries. They're so fun. Um, anyways, podcast update. If you guys want to support my Patreon, link is in the description. $5 a month. You get free merch when you sign up, a free tote bag. You get access to monthly giveaways, which is amazing. It's so fun. And we get to chat all the time. We get to chat. You get access to like a Discord if you want to be in a Discord. I'm also thinking about starting a Twitch. So maybe we can, get on Twitch together. We can play some Minecraft if you guys like Minecraft, or who knows? We can just do random things. Uh, Hopefully we can start doing some giveaways soon once I get a little bit more inside the Patreon, a little more partners, um, and stuff like that. And I think I am gonna start expanding my podcast to Apple Podcast as well. So this episode will probably be the first episode on Apple Podcasts. So for the people watching on or listening on Apple Podcast, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoy. And now we are gonna get into the main big boy of today's topic. The main big boy of today's topic. And we're gonna be talking about the ick. The ick that everyone gets. We all get it, no matter who we are. And that's that. We're gonna be talking about why we get the ick, who we get the ick for, and a whole bunch of random stuff. I don't have any of this scripted, so it's all gonna be like researched literally right now, and it's gonna be amazing. First, I have to turn off the camera because it's gonna stop on me anyways, and then we're gonna restart it and continue going. All right. Here is the main topic: the ick. Who is ready to talk about the ick? Because I am. I'm ready. And for this one, we're going to have to be on TikTok. So don't worry for the people that are just listening to the audio. I'm literally not even going to play the audio of the TikTok. Actually, I will play the audio for the TikTok. But I will explain the TikTok at the same time. So actually, before we start talking about the TikTok, uh, I just need I wrote some stuff down, but I don't know how to present it. Okay, you know what? Okay. I just feel like it just got scripted for a second, and I'm just gonna step back away from that. The ick started on TikTok, as I just showed you guys. It started on TikTok like about a year ago, and it's basically people pointing out what they don't like about other people that they're seeing or they know. Um, so for example, there are good or bad ones. There good reasons and there are bad reasons. Just like when there's good reasons and bad reasons for breaking up with someone, it's the same thing. Good reasons and bad reasons to have the ick for someone. Um, and let me just give you an example of one. Like a good ick, for example, is when, or a good reason for an ick. That's what I meant. A good reason for an ick is when someone is rude to like a restaurant server and then doesn't tip them after being served for an hour. That's a good reason for an ick, because I swear if I went on like a date with a friend or something and they were so rude to the server when the server was being respectful and kind, and then they didn't tip, and I was the only one that left the tip, that would honestly give me the ick for them. And that's like not it, you know? Like I expect you to be respectful. I expect you to be a good person if we're friends, because that's the only reason why we're friends, if you're a good person. Um a bad reason for an ick now. A bad reason for an ick. I wrote this one down because Curtis Connor talked about it in his video, because he did a podcast about the ick, and well, I'm just gonna talk about it because he talked about it, and you know we all know Curtis Connor is like my favorite commentary YouTuber in the world. Anyways, um, there was a TikTok that he talked about, and it was like a girl trying to give someone else a reason why they should have an ick for someone. And she was like, if you really want to get the ick for someone, just imagine them building their own Bitmoji. And we're like, what? Like, how does that even make any sense? What if they don't have any friends to make it for them? Like, I made my own Bitmoji. Bitmoji. Is that an ick? Am I an ick? Am I an ick? I could tell you what is a good reason for someone to have an ick about me is that I don't like doing dishes. I don't like washing dishes, but who likes washing dishes? Who likes washing dishes? I still do them whenever they get like piled up, and then I'm like, I don't have any more dishes. I just said a cuss word. Wow. And I'm like, dang, I don't have a dishes, and then I have to do the dishes. So I still do them, but I just don't like to do them. Another ick. What is another ick that I have? Hmm. Another ick that I have is I don't know what other ick I have. Um, People would say that I like matcha is an ick, but that is a bad reason for someone to have an ick for me. Bad reason. Bad reason. I wouldn't accept their ick for me if that was the reason to have an ick. Um, you know what? Yes, I do have an ick. I do have an ick. I don't like doing my hair. I wake up in the morning. I woke up like this. That's what I do in the morning. I woke up like that. So I stay like that for the rest of the day sometimes. And then I look crazy. If you see my vlogs, I look insane sometimes. But that's my ick. I don't care. I don't care. That's my ick. I feel like that is a okay to be ick about. If you look at me and like, okay, that's not good. You need to do your hair in the morning, Guppy. You need to do your hair, and I'm like, no, and then they're like, that's just that's not. You don't look okay, and I'm like, well, I don't care. That's a reasonable reason for someone else to have an ick for me. So do you get what I'm trying to say here? An ick is like, man, oh man, oh man. Like, yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. The ick is an ick. And if you feel the ick for someone, if it's a good reason, go ahead and have the ick. But if it's the bad reason, reevaluate your situation. Because I know you don't have the ick for them. You just do not like them. You're just not interested. There's a difference between not being interested and having the ick. Because not being interested doesn't cause the ick. The ick causes the being uninterested. Do you see what I'm getting here? If you're just uninterested of this person, don't pursue them. Push them away. Push them away because you don't need them if you're not interested in them. They're not giving you what you need. Do you understand? But if they have an ick and you really like them, the ick causes the uninterested reaction for them. So it's not really your fault. It's the ick's fault. I don't know if I'm gaslighting people right now. And if I am, well, I'm a gaslighter. And if you like me, I will gaslight you because I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what gaslight means. What is that? What does gaslight mean? Cuz I get well, okay, gatekeep, I get that. But gaslight, I don't get it. I don't get it. Gaslighting. Urban Dictionary is my best friend when I'm doing podcasts. I tell you that because everything about it is just perfect. It gives me the exact thing what I want. When you lie to someone and you make them feel insane because they don't know what to believe anymore. Well, never mind. I guess I don't gaslight because if you have a reasonable reason to have an ick for someone, then it's not gaslighting. You're being honest. If that makes sense. But then, okay, I get it now because, but then if they are like, well, you're making me feel bad because you are pointing out my insecurities, like, I feel like that's gaslighting, correct? Am I right about that? Because, man, I need someone to come on the podcast with me and help me explain. So if you're willing to do a little collab and have a little talk about gaslighting, come on, let's do it. Let me know. Comment whenever you want to comment. Hit me up on social media because I would love to talk about. I feel like a millennial right now, honestly, because gaslighting just confuses me. I don't I don't know how to. See, there's another ick of mine. I don't know how to talk. That is a reasonable ick. I would agree with that ick because I have that ick for me as well. I hate the fact that I just don't know how to talk. Anyway, so I'm just gonna stop that topic of conversation because I felt like I was getting a little ahead of myself there. And I didn't know how to talk, and everything that I was gonna say was gonna come out of my mouth wrong, and then people were gonna see, I'm gaslighting. Is that gaslighting? I don't know if that's gaslighting. Is that gatekeeping? I don't know. It's one of them. I know it is. Um. Anyways, my mic is gonna fall off my table again. Um. Well, that's okay. Wow, we're 40 minutes into this podcast already. This went by really fast. I think I'm getting really good at this. Um, we did talk a little bit about the ick. I feel like we had a good conversation about the ick. The ick can have very good and bad reasons for someone to have the ick. Ugh. Wow, I don't know if that made any sense, but it did in my mind, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. Um, but if you know that you're uninterested of a person and they don't have any icks, don't. Is that gaslighting? Yeah, if you like, oh well, the reason I don't like you is because you do this and this and this, but like this and this doesn't even make sense of why you don't like them. Is that gaslighting? See, this is just I don't get it. Anyways, if you're just uninterested in this person and you have no reasons to have the ick for them, just continue on with your life, kid, girl, boy, girl boss, boy boss. Okay? Just continue on with your life because you don't need to be causing harm for no reason for other in people's lives. In people's lives? Yes. But if they do have the ick, if they do have a good reason to have an ick, respect it. Don't pursue it, but respect it, acknowledge it, and push it away. Because honestly, that's the best thing you can do. To be respectful for someone that does have an ick, and to be a good person. Don't tell them straight up, but tell them straight up at the same time. Be nice about it. Be aware of the situation, you know? Let's say they don't make their bed every morning. that's a bad reason to have an ick. Unless all the blankets are on the ground and they're all messy and dirty, that's an ick. That is a good reason to have an ick. You can be like, hey, I understand. I understand that you grew up like this, but you need to be more cleaner because that's the way of life. Nobody's gonna want you if you're gonna be this dirty. See, that's a mean one. Don't be like, hey, you're dirty as F. You need to clean up your act because you are trash. That's bad. But if you're like, hey, I would like it if you would clean up a bit, because I just feel like your room is a little dirty. A little dirty does a lot because they're gonna be like, oh my god, my room is a little dirty. I have to clean up. I have to clean, and then they're gonna clean for hours, and it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be extremely perfect. And then you're gonna walk in, and you're gonna be like, wow, they did a good job of cleaning. They washed the sheets. They did their bed. That's amazing. Amen. That's all I asked for. And then they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to continue doing this because it makes you happy. And then that right there, that's how you get over the ick. I really like the way that I ended this podcast because that was good. That was good. See, if you watch my podcast, there is a reason why you watch my podcast. It's to get to the end point. To the end point of why you should be the reason the ick stops. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know. I did not intend to get to that point, but it happened. That was good. I feel like that was a good one. This is a good episode. I like this episode. Now I do have to go film another episode. For my Patreon. So if you guys want to go to my Patreon, once again, link in the bio, $5 a month, free merch when you sign up. I don't know if I'm making any sense in it. I don't know if you guys understand me because I do have a blister in my lip that hurts like really bad, and it prevents me to talk very clearly because it hurts. Anyways, $5 a month, free merch when you sign up, free giveaway access, bonus videos, fun time, cussing, all that. Oh my god. I cussed. Anyways, I love you guys so much. If you guys stay to the end, thank you so much for being the reason why I am succeeding in this podcast. Oh my god, sorry. That was really loud. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you guys so much for a good time. Join me on my Patreon. If you're on Spotify listening to my Spotify, go subscribe to my YouTube. And download this podcast because every monthly download gets closer and closer to our 50 listener goal. 50 listeners, guys. And then I get to monetize this channel. That is the goal. Okay? I love you guys all. You guys did a very good job today of listening. And if you guys are doing some work, I hope you got your work finished. And I hope you guys had a good time listening to this. Love you guys all. Mwah. Bye-bye. Or that was a weird... Bye!